tell she was upset. I could tell she's been crying. She just kept telling me, I don't know what happened. She just woke up. She went limp on me. She was sick prior, that Sophia was sick prior, and that they had her at the Du Bois Hospital. When she told me that whenever they were on their way home, Cody was trying to veer off, hitting the rumble strips, and that she kind of nudged Cody a little bit on the shoulder and was like, hey, this is what's going on, like, you're veering off. And he hit her. Cody put Sophia to bed that night, and Jen didn't see Sophia till that next morning after they got home, because Cody carried her into bed. She just kept repeating that over and over again. And you can, I physically, as her sister, could tell how upsetting everything was for her. And I just kept telling her, it's going to be okay. We'll figure it out. Let's just get home.
Hello, you guys, and welcome back to Can't Stop, Won't Stop Warriors on YouTube. In episode 6, you heard Cody Lauder and Jennifer MEDZIE explain what they recall happening the morning of November 15, 2013. Their interviews concluded when Sophia was being transported from Clearfield Hospital to Pittsburgh Children's Hospital. But later that afternoon, back in Clearfield, at 3:30 p.m., Krisandra Evans, also known as Pee-wee, was interviewed at the police station. Remember her, you guys? She, at that time, was Brandon Lauder's girlfriend. And she is the one that made the call to 911. Krisandra stated in part the following to Pennsylvania State Trooper David Patrick. Quote, she related that she noticed right away that Sophia was not breathing normal. She said she called her Graham to see what to do. She then called Brandy and told her to get over there right away. She related that she then called 911 at approximately 8:44 a.m. She related that Jen told her that this morning when Sophia got up, Jen asked her if she peed in her diaper. Jen said that Sophia first told her no. She related that Jen said to Sophia, yes, you did. You peed in your pull-up, and I'm going to smack your ass for lying to me. She related that she didn't know Jen very well and just met her a few months ago when she started dating Cody and moved in with him. She said that she had been around Jen and Sophia and has seen Jen yell at her, smack her butt, and, quote, freak out at her, end quote. She related that she meant that she yells at her a lot. She also related that she was around Sophia a lot before Jen moved in with Cody. She said Brandy used to watch Sophia a lot, and she would see Sophia at Brandy's house often. She related that Sophia became distant with her whenever Jen started watching her, end quote. Krisandra Evans also testified in court that on the way to the hospital, Jennifer kept saying that she didn't know what happened. She had no idea what happened. You guys, a couple of things caught my attention after reading that police interview. So I found Krisandra on Facebook and I messaged her. I asked her if she was willing to speak with me and that I just want true justice for Sophia. And y'all, here's her response. She said to me, quote, I don't know what you mean by justice for baby Sophie, but I think Jen being locked up is the best justice in all reality. I just don't know what to say about it besides You don't understand what this has done to me. How are you honestly believing that Jen is not the problem here, honestly? I don't know what she said to you, but she was the only one who was there when Sophia died. But then she called her parents before she called me. Why? She was needing help covering up her psycho actions. They told her exactly what to say and do, which is beyond fucked up. But still, how can you let a baby lay there on the couch and not call the ambulance? Like, she actually called 3 diff people. In reality, she should have called the ambulance and got the baby help, but she did not. What would you do, in all honesty? And honestly, I think you would have called the ambulance right away. Thank God that baby help. Not call around and have people come over, and while the baby's laying on the couch dead. Like, I am mentally, physically, and emotionally completely up over this. I have never been the same since that day she called me. Have the worst PTSD you could ever imagine. I never sleep because I have nightmares around it, wondering why I didn't get there faster to save her. You don't understand what this has done to my life. I walked away from everything I know just because I was so up in the head from what Jen did to Sylvia. I'm wearing myself and all, getting there faster. I blame myself for even trust in Jen around her. I honestly do miss Sophie. But I guess in all reality, she is peaceful. So why now did this just come about? I left Brandon and I lost my entire self, all because in reality, I'm mentally fucked up over every second of every day because of the stuff that Jen pulled that morning, end quote. First of all, I don't know what I would have done in that situation. I'm not even sure how I would have handled it now as a 45-year-old, let alone an 18-year-old high schooler. I want to think that, yeah, I would have called 911 right away. But I also know so many similar stories where people call their family or their peers prior to calling 911 looking for advice. Is that the right thing to do? Obviously not in this situation. But y'all, it's not uncommon. In fact, in my own sister-in-law's murder, the person that found her went knocking on the neighbor's door before calling 911. I truly believe that you cannot ever judge this situation. Who knows what you would have done, Pee-wee, if you were alone with Sophia at that time? And the fact is, you, Pee-wee, you called your Gram and Brandy prior to calling 911 after you arrived at the trailer that dreadful morning. You, Krisandra Evans, called 2 people before 911 just like Jen did. I messaged Krisandra Evans back with the following. Quote, a couple of things. 1, this is the first time I've heard that Jen called her parents before calling you. I have all of the discovery, including your entire phone extraction, and nowhere Does it show Jen calling her parents before you that morning? If you can prove to me that this really did happen and she, quote, needed help covering up and they told her what to say and do, end quote, then that definitely would be a game changer. The fact is, you are the one that called your gram before calling 911. Number 2, Sophia was not laying on the couch dead. I have the 911 call, and it clearly proves she was breathing normal when she left for the hospital. 3, I cannot imagine the heartache and trauma of seeing Sophia in that state of mind. I'm sorry that you witnessed that. And I'm grateful that you called 911. I hope you don't continue to blame yourself. You did the best that you knew at the time, just like Jen did. 4, will you please explain to me what you heard Jen yelling at Sophia about and why she would smack her butt and freak out at her? That is what you said to Trooper Dave Patrick in your interview on November 15, 2013. Actually, this is exactly what the report says. Quote, she said she has been around Jen and Sophia and has seen Jen yell at her, smack her butt, and freak out at her. She related that she meant that she yells at her a lot. She also related that she was around Sophia a lot before Jen moved in with Cody. She said Brandy used to watch Sophia a lot, and she would see Sophia at Brandy's house often. She related that Sophia became distant with her whenever Jen started watching her, end quote. And you asked why I'm doing this. My answer is simple. More people need to be held accountable for Sophia's death. I believe Jen should be held accountable for her role. However, I believe more people need to be charged, including medical personnel, as well as family members. I have been told by people that you used to be close with that you know how bad Cody treated Sophia, and that you know Sophia was afraid of him. It's time to get true justice for Sophia, and I think you know more. Why did you wait so long to come up with that Facebook message? Were you given something in return for being a star witness? Maybe any charges dismissed? These are valid questions. It's been known to happen. Let me know if you'd like to talk. I really think you can be a hero for Sophia. End quote. As of this episode, Krisandra Evans has not responded. In an upcoming episode, you will hear that Krisandra Evans does have another interview at the police barracks over a year later. And I will get into that. But I'm trying to keep the timing of events in order. Let's move on to Brandy Louder. She too was interviewed by Trooper David Patrick on the 15th at 5:30 p.m. at the Pennsylvania State Police Clearfield Station. And according to Brandy's written statement, she said, quote, this morning Jen called me and said Sophie got up and then passed out. I said, what do you mean she passed out? I thought she fell on the floor and passed out. She said, no, she fell back asleep. I said, is she breathing? She said, yes. I could hear her breathing strange, but Jen said it was more like a snore. I said, she's been throwing up last night and they sleep a lot. Call me back in about an hour. Krisandra called back a little later, and I could hear in her voice there was something wrong. I ran down there. As soon as I opened the door, I said, call 911. Just by looking at her, I knew she was in trouble, end quote. When Brandy Lauder testified in court, her recollection was much more graphic. District Attorney Bill Shaw asked Brandy what her observations were when she arrived at the trailer, and this is what Brandy said to the jurors. Quote, "She was pale. Her skin was kind of grayish. All of the veins in her face were hanging out, were popping out. Her breathing was sporadic. She would take a breath and wouldn't take any. Her breathing was messed up," end quote. Let's hear the 911 call and see how messed up her breathing was. This clip, you guys, is 14 and a half minutes long. So if you do not wish to listen, you can fast forward. I edited it slightly for time purposes. The original call is nearly 21 minutes in length.
River County 911, what's the address of the emergency?
We need an ambulance right away.
What's the address?
Lauder Lane. Lauder. Lauder.
Okay, what's your name?
My name's Krisandra Evans.
What's the number you're calling from? Okay.
Could you please hurry? A 2-year-old child is unresponsive. Please hurry.
Okay, so you need to answer some questions here for me. We're going to get to there as soon as we can, okay?
Okay.
She's unresponsive?
Yeah, she doesn't answer, and we can't get her weak.
You say it's female?
Is she female? Yeah.
Are you with her now?
Yeah, I'm with her now.
Is she awake?
No, she's not waking up.
Is she breathing?
She's breathing, but she's not waking up.
Is her breathing completely normal?
No, her breathing's shallow.
Okay, I want you to tell me every time she takes a breath, starting right now.
Every time she takes a breath, tell me. I have to tell him, starting right now. She still hasn't took a breath yet. She just did. She just took a breath.
Okay.
And another one. She'll take 3 or 4 and then she'll stop.
Okay, no, that's not what I need you to do. I need you to tell me every time she takes one. I need you to do it right
in that form?
Right now.
Okay. She stopped again. Okay. Wait until he said to do it in the exact order when she first starts. She just started one more. There went one. And there went one.
Okay. All right, stop. We're going to start again here, okay? Every time.
Okay.
Every time.
Every time you have to tell me, like every time that she takes a breath, because he wants to know how they're going in order.
Starting right now.
She's taking one right now. There's just a little one. She just took another little one. And she just took another one.
Okay, ma'am,
yeah.
Is she not taking any breaths, or are you skipping some?
No, like she didn't take a breath there for a minute. Like we told you exactly when she was taking them.
Okay, I need you to start one more time for me, okay? Starting right now. Every time she takes a breath in.
Okay. Every time she takes a break. Every time they said she takes a breath, they need to know. Hold on, I am holding her.
Okay, here. Every time she takes a breath, starting right now. This is not very hard. Every time she breathes in, okay? Starting right now.
Now. Now. Now. Now.
Okay.
She's breathing pretty regular now, but
conscious.
Yes. She's been very sick. We had her at the Du Bois Hospital last night. They sent her home saying it was the flu. She's been very sick for the last couple of weeks. We've had her in and out of the hospital. We made arrangements for her to go to Pittsburgh. She's losing all of her hair. Her eyes are black. She's unresponsive. Her body's just limp.
This is what I want you to do, okay? We're going to keep her airway open, okay?
Okay.
You're holding her right now?
I am holding her, yeah.
Okay. Listen carefully. What I want you to do is lay her flat on her back on the floor, the ground, some places that you can lay her flat, okay? And no.
Can you put this on a speakerphone? Hold on. Put it on.
You can try, but if you can't hear me or I can't hear you, it's going to cause problems.
Okay? I can hear you.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep, go ahead.
Very good. Okay, just lay her flat on the back on the floor, okay? I want you to kneel next to her, okay? Make sure there's nothing in her mouth, no food or vomit, okay?
Okay.
Is there anything in her mouth?
No.
Okay.
Looks like a little bit of blood that come out of her, like saliva.
Blood?
Her tongue is on the roof of her mouth.
Okay, listen to me. Why don't you place your hand on her forehead?
Okay.
All right. I want you to put your other hand underneath her neck and carefully tilt it back, okay?
Underneath her back. Her neck.
No. Place your hand on her forehead and your hand underneath her neck.
I did.
Then tilt it back. Tilt her head back.
Okay, I did.
Okay, I want you to put your ear next to her mouth, okay?
Get that dog out of here. Okay?
Okay, do you feel or hear any breathing?
I can hear her breathing.
Okay, very good. All right. Is she breathing a little bit normal now?
Not really. A little bit she's breathing. Hey.
Okay.
Oh, he hung up.
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
All right. You're doing good. I just want you to keep her head tilted back like that. It's going to help her breathe a little bit, okay? What we're going to do is I'm going to determine how well she's breathing here. I want you to look very closely. Tell me exactly what you see and hear her doing, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to take that test with you again here. I want you to tell me every time she takes a breath, starting right now.
Now. Now. Now. Now.
Okay. All right. Very good. She's breathing normal. She's getting in enough oxygen. I want you to keep her like that until the ambulance gets there. I want to stay on the phone with you, okay?
Are they on their way?
The ambulance is on their way. They're going to get there as soon as they can, okay? What I want you to do is just keep her head tilted back. With it tilted back like that, it helps her breathing, okay?
Okay.
You said she's been sick with the flu?
She's been sick probably for the last month. We've had her in and out of the doctor's office. They ran tests. They can't find anything wrong with her. Last night she was just been throwing up. We took her to Du Bois Hospital. They said it was the flu. She was diagnosed with alopecia and was supposed to go to Pittsburgh because she's losing her hair.
What's that called again?
Alopecia.
Okay, I hate to ask this of you. Do you have any idea how that's spelled? Is that A-L?
I don't know how it's spelled.
Alopecia?
Yeah.
Like he starts off with A-L?
A-L-P-E, I don't know.
But it's like that, right?
Yeah.
That's good enough. I just want to make sure I got the first part of it right, okay? Just stay on line with me here, all right? You're doing a good job.
Here a couple weeks ago she had 2 extremely black eyes. The doctor ran all kinds of tests, and they didn't come up with anything.
Okay.
And like I said, she's just been so sick.
Okay. Hold on 1 second here. Let me talk to my partner here, okay?
Oh, God. Please hurry.
I'm still right here, okay? Okay. Man, like I said, let the ambulance know what's going on. They are on their way. I'm going to keep you on the phone until they get there. I want you to keep doing what you're doing with her head tilted back, okay?
Oh, yeah, please.
Any change in her breathing whatsoever, I want you to tell me immediately, okay?
It's really sporadic again.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and test it again, okay? Just tell me every time she takes a breath starting right now.
Oh, God. I think she stopped.
Stopped completely?
Yeah. Oh, wait, here's now.
Okay. Hold on. I'm going to talk to my partner here, okay? I'm not going anywhere. Just stay on the phone with me, okay?
Oh, God, hurry. Come on, Sophie. Come on, God. Come on, God. Come on. Dear God, help her.
Okay. Okay, who am I talking to now?
My name is Brandy.
Brandy? Okay, Brandy, listen to me. What you're doing there is, with her head tilted back, is keep doing that, okay? If she stops again, all right, when she's breathing okay, we don't want to do anything to interrupt that, okay? But if she stops for more than, about 10 seconds or more, we're going to have to do some rescue breathing here, okay? But while she's breathing okay, I want you to just keep an eye on it, all right?
Can you tell the ambulance driver that I'm going to have somebody at the end of the road to direct them in because we're back in the boonies here?
Absolutely, and we're going to get them there, okay? Just have them go out there, wait by the road, and if they're in a vehicle, have to turn their four-ways on. That'd be great, okay?
Just do it now? Yeah, go now. Just take your vehicle? Yeah, just take your vehicle down.
Man, when she is breathing, is it very light or is it normal? Is it a very light breath as she goes in and out, or does it seem like it's a normal breath?
It's a hard breath, you know what I mean? Like she's, she's struggling.
Filling up full and everything?
What's that?
She's taking in a lot of air when she does that?
Seems like it.
Okay, very good. Well, what you also do is, once you keep checking her mouth for any vomit or anything, okay?
Yeah.
Just keep an eye on it. If it is, we'll just clean it out, okay?
Are they getting close? Can you tell if they're close?
I'll tell you if they're close, how close they're getting. They're going to get there as soon as they can, okay? They're coming from Clearfield. It's going to take them a little bit, okay? It seems like it's a little bit longer than it has been, but trust me, they're on their way. They're going to get there as soon as they can, okay?
Oh, my hands are getting so tired.
I understand they might be getting tired, and you should keep doing what you're doing, okay?
Okay. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, please hurry.
How's her breathing?
Sophie.
What's that?
It's sporadic. I mean, she stops and starts and stops and starts.
Okay, like I said, anything over about 10 seconds of time in between, you can tell me immediately, and we're going to test her again, okay?
How long have I been on the phone with you?
What's that, ma'am?
How long have I been on the phone with you?
You've been on the phone with me approximately about 12 minutes, okay? You're doing good. I just need you to keep concentrating on watching her breathing for me, okay? Do you know they have her on medications?
No.
No? Okay. They didn't give her anything for the flu or anything either, what they thought it was the flu?
Nope. They just sent her home.
Okay. What type of vehicle did you send someone?
He has a Jeep. He has a Jeep.
The Jeep, what color is it?
Blue. Blue or black.
Okay.
So, you can't tell if they're getting closer?
I cannot tell if they are or not, okay?
Well, it's been...
I need you to concentrate on watching her, okay? They're going to get there as soon as they can. All right, I'll worry about getting them there, okay? I need you to concentrate on her right now, okay?
Yeah.
It's very important. How's she doing?
Same.
She's still breathing okay?
Yeah.
Okay, you are the mother, correct?
No, I'm not the mother. I'm the step-grandmother.
Step-grandmother? Okay.
Yeah.
Who is the mother?
She's not. Her mother's not in her life. Her name's Kinsey Hanks.
Okay. All right. But you are the caregiver, correct?
Well, her father is, but yeah, I'm here. I mean, her father. We just called her dad.
Turning on the louder.
What's that?
There's a Jeep at the end of this road there. We're giving the ambulance additional directions there, okay?
There's a Penelec substation there.
Okay.
Well, there's two ways into Louder Lane. I don't know which way they're coming.
They're on Mutton Hollow right now, okay?
Okay, they're on Mutton Hollow. They need to go to the Penelec electric substation.
Okay. Are they going to be able to see that person in that Jeep out there from there?
Well, right there at that substation is Louder Lane. They're going to make a left.
Make a left substation, okay.
Yes.
1 second here.
Come on, baby. Come on. Baby's here. Come on, baby. Oh, God.
how's the breathing doing?
Same.
Okay.
Oh, my hands are so tired from holding her head.
I understand. You're doing a good job, though. You're helping her out, okay?
I know, but my hands are cramping.
Just a couple more minutes. You're almost there, okay? Okay, I want you to keep doing what you're doing till the ambulance crew are with you, okay?
Yeah. Okay, baby, they're coming. Come on. They must have really helped you there.
Okay, ma'am, the ambulance should be there, okay? I'm going to go ahead and let you go, all right? But I want you to keep doing what you're doing until they get inside there with you, okay?
Thank you.
Oh, ma'am, bye-bye.
So what you hear is Brandy claiming Sophia's breathing was sporadic. And then as soon as she's asked to count her breaths, it's normal, according to the 911 operator. I cannot imagine what was going through Brandy's mind at the time. I believe Brandy did a fantastic job following the dispatcher's orders. And I'm so sorry to Brandy, Krisandra, and Jennifer for witnessing such a traumatic event. I do want to go back to what Brandy told the jurors, though. Quote, all of the veins in her face were hanging out, were popping out, end quote. That is quite a scary and horrific visual for the jurors. And if this was actually the case, I wonder why Jennifer and Krisandra never mentioned veins popping or hanging out of Sophia's face. I wonder if Brandy said that in court to make it seem more obvious that Jennifer should have called 911 right away. I have seen photos from the hospital, and there are 0 veins showing on Sophia's face, let alone hanging or popping out. Don't you think that if Sophia's veins were hanging out and popping out of her face, that would be something of significance to tell the 911 operator? Also, I wonder why Brandy left that part out of her written statement. Seems like a pretty significant observation if it was true. Both of the first responders wrote written statements, and neither one commented about veins popping out of Sophia's face. And you guys, Jennifer's attorney, Robert Donaldson, just let it slide. He never questioned Brandy about the veins popping or hanging out, as she had stated to the jurors. No one else was interviewed on Friday, November 15, 2013. Once Cody and Jennifer were done at the Clearfield Hospital, according to trial testimony, Cody said that he went home and showered and drove straight to Pittsburgh with Jennifer MEDZIE and his biological mother. However, when I spoke with Jennifer via video visitation, she told me that Cody went back to the trailer and gathered all of his drugs and paraphernalia, put them in a black backpack, and threw the bag in the woods. She also claims that on the drive to Pittsburgh, Cody was chugging water because he was afraid they were going to drug test him at the hospital, to which they did not. Once they got to Pittsburgh, according to documents, Cody and Jen spoke with a staff member recalling the past 24 hours, and Cody informed them that his family history is, quote, healthy, end quote. But that Sophia's mother's history is, quote, polysubstance abuse and possible hepatitis C, end quote. According to the social service notes from the 15th of November, it states, quote, patient was normal last night and woke up like this in the morning. Physician reported bruising on her shoulders, forehead, possible split lip. Also, patient reportedly fell into a coffee table about 2 weeks ago and had bruising around her eyes, end quote. Do you see how the narrative is already being directed? Sophia was not normal the night before. She was throwing up, dehydrated, purplish around her eyes, not eating, vomiting. She wasn't normal the night before, or the night before that, or all of those weeks leading up to her death when her hair was falling out. And she has had multiple episodes of raccoon eyes. In fact, the notes on the page before this statement clearly point out that since October 4, 2013, Sophia had been to the doctor 4 times for the following reasons: raccoon eye type bruising, losing hair, always hungry, dark circles under her eyes, vomiting, poor PO intake, again losing hair. Sophia was not normal leading up to her collapsing on Jennifer MEDZIE. Shame on the medical staff. The next day, November 16, 2013, the doctor spoke with Cody, his mother, and Jennifer MEDZIE to inform them that the exam assessment shows Sophia had bruising on both sides of her forehead and large patches of hair loss on the left side of her head, as well as the back of her head. She had bruising on her chest. Her radiology exam showed bilateral subdural hematomas, which is brain bleeds, as well as extensive brain swelling. Her pupils were dilated and not reacting to light. Her eye exam shows extensive bilateral retinal hemorrhages, pre-retinal, intraretinal, and subretinal hemorrhages, and ischemia, low blood flow in all quadrants. These findings are consistent with the shearing shaking mechanism. And the document states, quote, Sophia is the victim of abusive head trauma, in parentheses, shaken baby syndrome. The report goes on to say, quote, I suspect Sophia has been the victim of child abuse in the past. Alopecia, hair loss, can be caused by many things: medical disease, emotional distress, and physical abuse, hair pulling, end quote. You guys, it's important to know that many of the progress notes from Children's Hospital begin with, quote, this is a previously healthy 2-year-old female, end quote. So many people failed this sweet baby. Y'all, Sophia spent the first weeks of her life detoxing due to her mother abusing Subutex while pregnant. Sophia was not previously healthy. Brandy states it that morning in the 911 call.
She's been sick probably for the last month. We've had her in and out of the doctor's office. They ran tests. They can't find anything wrong with her. Last night she was just been throwing up. We took her to Du Bois Hospital. They said it was the flu. She was diagnosed with alopecia and was supposed to go to Pittsburgh because she's losing her hair.
What's that called again?
Alopecia. Here a couple weeks ago she had 2 extremely black eyes. The doctor ran all kinds of tests, and they didn't come up with anything.
Okay.
And like I said, she's just been so sick.
Okay.
And both Cody and Jennifer stated it in their interviews in previous episodes. The notes go on to say Cody's mother was, quote, interpreting the information out loud and felt that the girlfriend must have done something to the patient's condition. Tension was present between paternal family member and girlfriend. father stated he did not want his girlfriend around when his family was there. Social worker, charge nurse, and nurse talked about girlfriend being away from the hospital, as increased tension was presumed once bio mother arrived, end quote. Shortly after, Jennifer MEDZIE was asked to leave the hospital.
I was at work. Jen kept calling. Jen called, I want to say, I think twice, and I answered, and I said, "Hey, Jen, I can't talk. I'm at work." And she, "Hey, I'm down here in Pittsburgh Children's Hospital." I went, "Oh, my God." She says, "I can't get a hold of Mom and Dad. Can you come get me? I need to come home." I closed whatever I needed to do up, grabbed my keys, and I bolted straight home to my parents. And I went down and I drove to the Children's Hospital down in Pittsburgh to get her. I didn't know what was going on, why she was down there, nothing.
Wow.
I didn't know anything.
How long of a drive is it?
I think it's 2 hours.
So she never called you back after that? You didn't talk to her while you were on your way to pick her up?
No.
Oh.
I didn't know. Nobody knew anything. Nobody even knew, because Jen was so isolated from us. I parked and went in. There was a lady that came down and spoke. I can't remember exactly what all was going on because I was still processing the fact that Jen was in Children's Hospital. I didn't know if she was hurt. We didn't know anything until I got there. And I seen she was fine and stuff like that. Jen told me that there was a bunch of screaming going on, yelling back and forth between her and Cody down there. And she was just ready to go home. She was upset. I could tell she was upset. I could tell she's been crying. She just kept telling me, "I don't know what happened." She just woke up. She went limp on me. She was sick prior, that Sophia was sick prior, and that they had her at the Du Bois Hospital. When she told me that whenever they were on their way home, Cody was trying to veer off, hitting the rumble strips, and that she kind of nudged Cody a little bit on the shoulder and was like, "Hey, this is what's going on, like you're veering off." And he hit her. Cody put Sophia to bed that night, and Jen didn't see Sophia till that next morning after they got home because Cody carried her into bed. She just kept repeating that over and over again. And you can, I physically, as her sister, could tell how upsetting everything was for her. And I just kept telling her, "It's going to be okay. We'll figure it out. Let's just get home."
That was Jennifer's sister, Erica, doing what sisters do. She had no idea what was going on. She dropped what she was doing and went to be with her sister. And you guys, as Raymond and Brandy Louder were almost to the hospital in Pittsburgh, Ray testified in court that Cody called him and said, quote, "The bitch killed my kid," end quote. Yup. That's how Cody informed his father that Sophia didn't make it. The bitch killed my kid. And shortly after Ray and Brandy arrived, Sophia's mother, Kenzie, arrived, and initially, she thought Cody hurt Sophia because she had left the relationship due to domestic violence. And then, you guys, the social worker was paged to Sophia's bedside because Cody, his mother, Ray, and Brandy, quote, expressed concern for Kenzie's step-grandfather as they believe he appears to be under the influence and questions why he is carrying a backpack around in the hospital, end quote. Ray stated to the social worker, quote, "Are you just going to wait until he pulls a gun out of it?" End quote. The backpack was searched and nothing was found. So this is all happening on the 16th of November. Sophia had an initial brain dead test that day, and then the next morning at 8:54 a.m., Dennis Shaw pronounced Sophia as deceased, with the presumptive diagnosis, quote, "brain death due to blunt head trauma," end quote. Before the autopsy was performed, it was already said to be blunt head trauma, which is previously known as shaken baby syndrome. And then the fight for Sophia's body began.
Team.
I think baby Sophia was denied due process in Allegheny County from the medical examiner, the organ recovery folks. I don't think she got a fair shake in the courts down there.
Shaw's reference to Allegheny County there at the end is because in 2013, after Sophia died, there was controversy over her body. Shaw fought the family's decision to donate her organs, but a Pittsburgh judge ruled her organs could be harvested to help save the life of another child.
Bill Shaw wanted Sophia's body to be sent back to Clearfield Hospital on life support, and he was not in favor of her parents' wishes of organ harvesting due to it creating difficulties for the prosecution of the criminal side of this case. According to a CORE, Center for Organ Recovery and Education representative, Clearfield County had been trying to get control of Sophia's body since after she was declared dead. It was so contentious, you guys, at the hospital that the police had to be notified. And if the Clearfield personnel would return and try to claim the body, as they allegedly did the day before, they needed to know that they cannot remove Sophia's body. Y'all, this was such a debacle that the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette published an article on November 20th, 2013 titled, "Allegheny County Judge Had to Choose, Investigate Child's Death or Hurry to Save Another Life. Dying Child's Organs Given to 7-Year-Old." And in the article, it states, quote, "Baby Sophia was pronounced brain dead Sunday morning, and her parents agreed they wanted to donate her organs. While CORE wanted to quickly move forward with the donation, they were a perfect match for a 7-year-old girl already at Children's. Clearfield County District Attorney William Shaw objected, stating, quote, "My job is to prosecute crimes and people who kill children," end quote. The attorney for CORE said that choosing a potential criminal investigation over the organ transplant would have cost that 7-year-old girl, who was in the end stage organ failure, her life. And in the end, the judge allowed the organ donation to occur, giving that older girl a new kidney and liver. CORE's attorney commented, quote, "All the Clearfield County District Attorney could say is, there's a possibility I might bring charges, and there's a possibility I might be able to prove this. And balancing that against the certainty of the outcome if organ donation did not go forward demonstrates the wisdom of the decision Judge Colville ultimately reached," end quote. Allegheny County's medical examiner testified to never having a case where the donation of organs has interfered with charges being filed, and he agreed that shaken baby cases are extraordinarily complex and the most difficult for medical examiners. Y'all, according to the article, Dr. Williams listed Sophia's manner of death as undetermined because he said it is impossible to tell for certain how the bleeding in the brain and eyes occurred. Dr. Williams? Nope. He did not testify at the trial. In fact, Jennifer's attorney, Robert Donaldson, didn't call any experts to the stand. Makes me wonder if Robert Donaldson was in on framing his own client. Now, the state police needed to hold someone responsible for shaking Sophia to death. So many people failed Sophia Margaret Hoffman. However, as of this episode, you guys, Jennifer MEDZIE is the only person to be convicted for this sweet baby girl's death. Jennifer is currently sitting in SCI Cambridge, serving a 20 to 40 year sentence for third-degree murder. Thank you for your support. And please, you guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe to Can't Stop, Won't Stop Warriors. It's a free and easy way to help get more awareness about the corruption happening throughout this country. I appreciate you.
And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again.